guys, welcome back. As you can see, it's actually only been about 4 days since my last video. The last video was on Thursday, March 22nd, 2018. I don't know why I was going to say 2017. And today is March 26th, 2018, so it's only been 4 days. And I have actually some more information for you guys. So as you can see, things are going just a little bit faster. So I called today, I called the assistant coordinator and just to ask her a question, because the doctor had said something about when I go to, because us women, we have to go to get a pap smear. So I actually have that scheduled for tomorrow. I had it scheduled anyway, so they just want the results that I get back to them. And, you know, telling the doctor that when I had met him, he had said, you know, he was talking about something about ovarian cyst and that the CAT scan can look it up. But I wasn't sure if he was trying to say that I should ask my doctor to check for it or not, so I wanted to actually find out for sure before I went to the appointment. And so the assistant coordinator transferred me to the coordinator, and she was able to answer that for me, and she just basically said no, he was just letting me know that the CAT scan can find that, so not to go through the whole process of trying to find out from the doctor, because the CAT scan will tell me anyway, and if they do find it on the CAT scan, then they'll send me for more testing. But if it's nothing that looks too crazy, then it might not, you know, call for more testing anyway. So she confirmed that for me, and then, you know, I figured while I was on the phone with her, I'd find out for sure how long it would take to get the results back. And it turns out they actually got some of the results back from Thursday, so that was pretty great. Not all of them, but some of them. Super healthy on everything that came back, which is great. I also actually went this morning. I did the 24-hour urine collection yesterday, so that's what I did yesterday. And for my experience for that, so you guys can know, it wasn't horrible, more awkward than anything, having to constantly keep peeing in a cup and then pouring it into a jug. I thought that was weird. I just ended up using solo cups. They said that that was probably the best option. It is a bigger cup than like a foam cup or something. And then of course you don't really want to use an actual real glass or anything like that kind of cup. So something that's disposable. It's probably the best option. And then keeping it in my fridge I thought was kind of weird too. But I mean, it's a process. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. So I know for the most part everyone generally stays home all day to do it, because technically, you know, you're not supposed to be working out, you can't do anything heavy lifting, nothing like that. Nothing that would mess with the levels. And, but I actually did go out in the morning, I'm not gonna lie. I just made sure, you know, I went to the bathroom before I left, and then I went as soon as I got home. I didn't, you know, I did not drink water, I didn't overly drink water, you have to be as normal as you normally would be. You know, they don't want you to be excessive about drinking extra water or anything. Just exactly how your normal day goes is how they want you to be for the best results. So I went out in the morning. So the process goes like your first urine of the day you do not collect. You know, flush it like normal. And then from that point on you collect. So I woke up first thing in the morning, went to the bathroom like normal. I went to go do my hair. And then after that, I came home. So I was out for about, I want to say like 3 hours. I came home, used the bathroom, got ready, and then went back out. I didn't want to be stuck in my house. I knew anything I did, I would still be the same. It didn't matter. As long as I got home to do the collection and I wasn't carrying it around with me, I was fine. So I went back out. I went shopping for a little bit, not like shopping, but went to the mall really fast to do a couple errands over there. Then went to eat. No, I think I went to eat, and then I went to the mall. So I did drink water like normal, you know, I wasn't trying to make myself not drink water just so I didn't have to pee. I just made sure that we were out for only a certain amount of time so that when I did have to go, I could get home in time and be fine, you know. So my mother and I, we ate, then we went to the mall, and then I went home. And, you know, again, urinated and did fine after that. And then I went out again. I actually went out again for dinner. You know, went to the bathroom before I left. Had to go when I got home. It just all matched up perfectly. Again, I didn't want to be home all day. I have my moments where I like to be home all day. Sunday was not one of those days, but I did want to do this. I did not want to postpone it. Because you have the option of when you want to do it. They just give you the jug. She told me Sunday probably would be the best option. But again, it's up to you. They don't force you to do it when you can't do it that weekend or something. I just wanted to get it done and over with. So I did it. Then the last one that you put in the jug is the next morning. So this morning, your first urine of the day, you have to collect. And then from there on, you're done. So again, you can't have someone else bring it for you. They actually made me go because they also had to do a blood test at the same time. So I woke up this morning because I wanted to get there as soon as they were open, as soon as their labs were open and everything, and that was at 6 o'clock in the morning. And I still had to go to work. So I woke up at 4:45 this morning, got ready, left my house at 5:30, got there at 6 on the dot, went in, registered, because for everything you do, they make you register, and they make you wear those bracelet things that they put on you for every single thing. Basically almost like they're admitting you, but you leave. So registered, gave them the script or whatever, basically saying what tests I needed done on the urine and that I needed a blood test. To my surprise, there was already a wait of people to just get registered, and it wasn't that long of a wait. I want to say I was probably waiting for like half an hour, give or take. But everyone there, again, super polite, super polite. They, you know, apologized for how long I was waiting. There were people there that were kind of running late for their surgeries, and you have to get registered before you do, so they kind of were putting the people who were just a tad more important, I want to say, like, of what they had to get done before me, which I didn't care. I mean, of course, if they have to get to their surgery, they have to get to their surgery, and my urine and I can wait. So it's really not that big of a deal. But yeah, so I was there for about an hour. I left at 7. So I registered, I went back to the lab, they took the jug, and they took only one vial of blood, and that was it. And they were like, alright, you can go. So I left, I had time before work, and I just hung out, and then I went to work. So I'm really exhausted right now. But I mean, it's for the best. I wanted to get it done as soon as possible, and not have to take a whole day off of work. So I just went to work, which is fine. And yeah, so going back to that, so they actually, by the time I called, which was around, I want to say like 3 o'clock-ish this afternoon, from this morning, from 7 o'clock this morning, they already got the results back from that, and she said everything was perfectly fine, my proteins are fine, everything is perfect, so that's fantastic. And then she said, you know, from there, the only things I'm waiting on to get results back is the test for syphilis. She said that one takes longer for some reason to get results back for, so still just have to wait for that. I think she said there was another one. I just don't recall, although I think it might have just been that one. And then the cross-match. So she said the cross-match one, the results won't be back until the end of this week. And again, today's Monday, so it's going to be a little while. From there, we can make the appointment to go get my CAT scan, to go meet with the advocate, and to meet with the surgeon. All of that happens in the same day. I do believe it's an all-day process. So, yeah, so she asked me, you know, what days work best for me. They only do those things on Monday, Thursday, Friday. I let her know Thursday, Friday were the best days for me. Again, you know, to tell you guys again, they really work with your schedule. They do not force you to work to come in that day. If you cannot come in that day, or you can't come in that week or the week after, they understand. So again, it's with your schedule. So don't feel obligated to try to force yourself to get in there when you really can't. Again, it's also up to how fast you want things to go, and how long you're pushing it out for. Because if you're pushing it out weeks and weeks, it's going to be a longer process. So yeah, I just told her Thursday, Fridays work for me, and I think she just really wants to wait for the cross match to come back. The results for that before we make the appointment. So, cross match. She explained again that it comes down to, there's 2 tests. The first one is proteins. So they take 6 of my proteins with 6 of his proteins, and they match it. And if it's a match for match for match, all 6 match, it's a perfect match. If they don't all match, it's okay. It's not bad. They could still work with it. I could still donate. What the only difference she was saying it makes is if, after the surgery, the recipient has to take anti-rejection pills to make sure that the kidney doesn't reject the body, or the body doesn't reject the kidney, rather. And that just, if it's no match, they just need a higher dosage versus if it's a perfect match. And then the other one, I believe, is the antigens they check, I believe. So basically my blood against his blood. If his blood, I guess, rejects mine, then the kidney wouldn't work and it would be rejected. And so in that case, I wouldn't be able to donate directly to him. I'd be able to take part in the paired kidney transplant, in which I donate to someone else and then someone else donates to him, which is still fine. He gets a kidney either way. I think it's just a longer process to try to find someone who matches with his. So here's to crossing our fingers that ours match and we're good. But crossing our fingers that if it doesn't, then we find someone, that can work this out for us. And what else? I think that's about it. They did send over in the mail, I actually just got it today. I guess they forgot to give it to me that day that I went. But I think I mentioned in one of the first 2 videos that I had to fill out a referral form, and I had the option of filling out a survey. So because I filled out the survey, and now I'm going through the process, they actually have a follow-up survey, and they sent it to me in the mail, and they also sent with it a consent form to fill out that I'm actually consenting to them using whatever health information they get from me, along with the survey, to do as much research as they want, as well as they can, for trying to make the evaluation process for donors better, I guess. So I have to fill that out. It says it takes about 10 minutes, but I mean, to really look it over and make sure you're reading everything correctly, because some of the questions can be a little hard to understand. It might take a little longer. So I am going to fill that out and send it back to them so that they have. But again, that's completely optional. It doesn't matter if you do it or not. It doesn't affect the process of donating at all. It's completely voluntary. And even after you sign it and consent that you want to do it, they still let you back out of it. So, I mean, it doesn't make a difference. But if it'll help in their research, of course, I will fill it out, take some time out of my time, and do it. Why not? So what else other than that? I think that's about it. Not too much extra information, but I just wanted you guys to see how fast this is going for me. And again, everyone's experience is different, but I kind of want you guys to have an idea of how this works. And, doing the 24-hour urine collection, I didn't think to, call my coordinator and let her know I did it and I gave it in. So when I was on the phone with her, she was saying, I had asked what else I need to do, and she was like, okay, so basically, you just need to do the 24-hour urine collection, and she was about to, tell me then, the CAT scan and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, I did that, I gave it in this morning, I was there, and I did the the blood test. And she's like, oh, okay. So then she, she looked in the system and she looked it up and then she saw that, my results were in. So I think doing anything like that where, you're dropping it off that day because you're not meeting with the team. You're literally just registering and then going to the lab. No one really knows you're there. Only in the system they know you were there. None of your team really would know. So I would say in that situation, you might want to call and let them know, like, okay, I was there this morning. I gave in the urine. I did the blood test, just so you guys can keep an eye out that it's there and we're not waiting for nothing, so that they are aware that it's in there and can be aware to get the results back faster. As well as if you go to do your tests anywhere outside of the hospital, I would definitely let the hospital and your team know that you did go to another doctor and you did get tests somewhere else, so that they're aware and can try to get that information from those doctors. You don't want them thinking that you're not doing anything when you actually are. So again, just make your team aware that even if they're already aware, it doesn't hurt to double check with them that they know. So yeah, I think that's really it. I have my appointment in the morning. Those results that I get from that will be sent over to the hospital. And again, literally everything, any test you get, even outside of the hospital, is covered by the recipient's insurance. Or rather, it's covered by, the hospital. They bill the hospital, and I guess that goes then through the insurance. Because they actually give me these papers, bill 2 papers, and it says St. Barnabas or whatever, because that's who I'm going through. And yeah, so I have to take that along with me, along with the script that they have to get a pap smear, so that they know to get any of those results that they get back, they have to send to St. Barnabas. And I think that's it. I mean, things are really going along. They said, they're thinking end of April, beginning of May, so that's literally right around the corner. And this is really going, so we'll see how fast this goes. I will let you guys know when I have the appointment to go do the CAT scan and meet with the advocate and the surgeon. And I will definitely keep you guys updated. Again, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, if you're finding these videos helpful, please subscribe, leave whatever comments, stories you have to tell me of your experience. I would love to know what you guys went through, and I am definitely open to whatever advice you guys have for me. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have a great day, and I wish you guys all the best of luck in all your endeavors. And yeah, I'll see you guys.